Hello, my name's Koray, Camgöz, Director of Communications and Marketing at the PRCA, and we are thrilled to be here at the Cannes Lion Festival, where we're joined by two young professionals who have been crowned winners of the UK Young Lions competition, Alice Burden and Philip Laskaris. Thank you very much for joining. How are you both feeling?
Yeah, brilliant. So glad to be here.
Yeah, absolutely amazing. It's been a terrific time so far.
And how have you enjoyed Cannes so far?
Yeah, it's been great. It's been so interesting seeing all the work and going to talks. It's, a real privilege.
Yeah, definitely.
And not a bad backdrop here at all, you have to say.
No, can't complain about the blue skies, to be honest. It's pretty good stuff.
So we'll get into your award in just a moment. But before we do that, perhaps you could tell us a little bit about yourselves and how you began your career in PR and what attracted you to the industry.
Okay. So both of us studied at the School of Communication Arts, which is a school in Brixton, London. And it's actually just a advertising school, but the Three Monkeys were a sponsor while we were studying there. And basically, we didn't know a lot about PR when we were studying. It was mostly advertising. And we worked in a digital agency, and it really wasn't right for us. And then Stu, the ECD at Three Monkeys, had given us a couple of briefs while we were studying, and he gave us a few freelance briefs as well after we graduated. And we were like, this is so much more fun, you know, you can come up with some really crazy and wacky ideas. And when Stu offered us a job, we were like, that's what
I mean, essentially, we just wanted like another sort of challenge as well. You know, we'd done advertising for a bit there, and we could have gone down a more traditional route there, but we just thought, you know, PR seems a very exciting space right now, especially what Three Monkeys Zeno was doing. So we wanted to give it a try, see what it's like.
All credit to Three Monkeys Zeno for...
Yeah, honestly, big credit.
Yeah, I think without them bringing us in to kind of build the new creative department, we would never have. I think we would still be working in digital advertising or something like that.
And interestingly enough, you mentioned the college. The winners of last year's award of both the UK and the Global Awards came from the same
school. Good friends Gigi and Elle. They went to the same school. It's a great school. Shout out to SCA.
But the school also is sponsored by Three Monkeys, so you know the school can't function without like the agencies that sponsor it as well. So
well, all credit to them. They must be doing something right. So tell us about the award. The brief came in from Mind for the award. What did it look like? Talk us through your campaign and what it would have been to achieve.
Well, the brief came in. Mental health is obviously something that like everybody cares about. We really deeply care about. So we're pretty excited that it was to do with that, and we could tackle that for a minute. But this was a tough competition at first. You know, it was a lot to take in, a lot to sort out. The brief was, just to give a brief overview, was that the MPs in the UK government had taken away funding from Mind for these hubs that they want to create, which would give youth the access to mental health professionals. And we went at it quite a few different angles. We finally kind of found a route. We were going down it, and then we realized it was rubbish. And at 11 o'clock at night, we decided to change completely what we were doing and went down this other route that we thought of. And then it was like kind of smooth sailing from there. But it took a little while,
And the idea, so basically our insight was that MPs have to respond to, every letter that you send them. And we basically just thought, well, if they have to respond, but they're not giving us therapy, why don't we turn them into our therapists? So the idea would be basically to create free therapy for young people. And we put, signs outside post boxes saying free therapy here, and then give them letter writing materials and envelopes and pens. They could just send a letter, and the MPs would have to read what they're going through. And if they don't want to do it, then they can fund the hubs. That's their other option. And
it's a brilliant idea. A letter to my therapist, is that the name of it?
Letter to my therapist. Yeah, it was just a simple turn on a rule that's been in UK Parliament for decades, or centuries probably. And just by flipping it on its head, and we've all of a sudden just turned all MPs into therapists.
Well, it's a great idea, and clearly our judges thought the same. And speaking of the process, tell us about that. What was it like having your idea mulled over by the judges and assessed for its competence?
We really enjoyed it. So we we really love presenting. It's something that I think it's basically how we thrive. We both really love presenting our work, and getting the feedback was great during the process as well. And the questions they asked, we actually felt that it strengthened the idea. It helped us to kind of make the idea more concrete as well. And it wasn't scary at all. Everyone was so nice.
And Philip, what about for you? How's the judging?
Great, terrific. I mean, obviously it worked out well for us, but yeah, no, the judging was good. I love the stress test. Like showing an idea. That's when an idea grows. That's when an idea we can really make or break it. And it was good to have that stress test. Good to talk it over with the judges, talk it over with the client as well. See what were the strengths, where it could even improve, which we got a little bit as well. So it's a great experience. It's really helpful.
And you also ended up being shortlisted in the top 6 of the Global Award as well. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And I mean, we couldn't have done that without this first competition as well. Having the experience of doing that 24-hour brief and that responding. Yeah.
Well, huge congratulations.
Thank you.
And so what's next, Alex and Philip? What's coming up for you guys next? What are you hoping to achieve in the next couple of years?
I don't know, Alice, what's next for you?
Well, Philip said he's sworn off competition, but I don't know. maybe we'll enter. Hopefully we'll enter some live, Cannes Awards next year or something like that.
Yeah, we'd love to be right back here. Shortlisted and then winning again. But yeah, we'll see. We've got some really great projects coming out with Three Monkeys and Zeno, and there's some really exciting things going on there, and we're really hitting our stride now, and honestly, we're just excited for what's next as you are.
Yeah, the creative department at Three Monkeys Zeno is just getting better and better and growing so much, and we've got more creative talent coming in, and everything's just it's popping off.
Amazing. And just last question before we wrap up, what would you say to and the next generation of practitioners, perhaps the ones who are aspiring or perhaps thinking about entering next year's award? What would your message be to those?
Self-belief. Alice and I, we really believed that we could do it. We had a lot of great support from our agency. I think that also can't go unsaid. Zeno put a lot of support on us, gave us a lot of time to practice, and really gave us a whole day to work on it. But you just gotta believe in yourself. I mean, it sounds so whack. But
it's true. We basically we just have massive egos. We just
competitive.
No,
we're just competitive people.
Very competitive. But in terms of advice, don't wait. Just don't think, I'm not ready or I need more experience, because we'd only had 7 months of experience in PR, and it's very different to advertising. Very, very different in terms of what you have to present. The advertising people do posters, and we had to do a whole presentation. But it's just if you really believe in yourself, make sure you've got good insight as well. That's obviously super important. And don't rush into coming up with an idea. Ours came at 11 o'clock at night, and we had about 4 hours to work on it. So
fight off the imposter syndrome is basically what you're suggesting.
Yes. Which is very real.
Great. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you, Koray.
I think that brings us to a close.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Amazing.